Mr. Shivashankar, do you think, with all seriousness, I have just seen that the most important function of your estimates committee is to suggest economies in expenditure. Hence, I find, as a lay citizen, you are guilty of dereliction of duty and misuse of position, misuse of official position in attempting to grant yourself this junket at taxpayer expense, hereby deliberately indulging in a conspiracy to fool the people and causing a great loss to the exchequer. Do you believe, Mr. Shivashankar, that criminal or police or legal action should immediately be taken against you and others who are trying to indulge in this great conspiracy? No, Mr. Shivashankar, I'm very serious. Do you think criminal action...
it's not a joke.
It's not a joke, Mr. Shivashankar. It's not a joke. It's not a joke, Mr. Shivashankar.
It is.
He cannot get away laughing.
See, you are not allowing me to express anything. If you want to say
you cannot get away laughing.
From your side, I'll just quit from this.
Mr. Shivashankar, I'm asking you a question. Let him reply.
Please allow me to say.
No, Mr. Mishra, let him reply. Mr. Mishra,
It is in a state of planning. We have not taken up the tickets, or we have not done anything else. Just we have seen to it. That's it. We have not done anything wrong. What action may be taken here?
The wrong is.
See, this is not fair. What you...
No, you are
nothing
not
has been done.
Mr. Shivashankar.
I think Arnab.
Well, 1 second.
Mr. Shivashankar.
Yes, Mr. Chandrasekhar wanted to say something. You are being very impatient, Mr. Chandrasekhar. I'm coming straight to you. Yes, Mr. Chandrasekhar. Do you think Rahul Gandhi should sack these people?
Right at the beginning, I asked a question whether such so-called study tools are going to serve any useful purpose. And I then said, that is a relevant question to ask, how useful it's going to be. In my view, we should never have called it a study tour. I've held that belief all the time. I have never ever been on a junket like
Mr.
this. In the 15 years, 17 years I have been in the legislature.
No, that's your problem, Mr. Chandrasekhar. You may think so.
Are not briefed
you may
about
think
anything
so.
prior to their departure.
Mr. Chandrasekhar.
They are not allowed to select sectors, or they should select sectors for understanding.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, I am not indulging in a theoretical discussion.
Go and come back.
Mr. Chandrasekhar.
If they can look at the condition of the roads in the villages and
Mr.
towns,
Chandrasekhar, 1 second,
public
please.
hygiene,
Arnab,
and all such elementary things. What's the point?
To say that they are going to cancel it.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, please, 1 minute. Now you've had your say.
Don't know anything.
R.K. Mishra. Mr. Chandrasekhar, please. R.K. Mishra.
The volume of money that is involved.
No, Mr. Chandrasekhar. R.K. Mishra is making the next point. R.K. Mishra.
For future,
R.K. Mishra.
You have to cancel that trip.
Stop such programs. We should
Mr. Shivashankar, please stop. Mr. Shivashankar, you have to stop this trip. You stop this trip. Do not stop the trip. We will get citizens. We will get
never allowed to express that here.
We will get citizens on the streets.
On camera.
We will get the citizens on the streets. We will gheraw you if you go on this. This is ridiculous. This is nonsense.
Arnab, let them say on camera.
This cannot happen. This cannot go on.
Well, 1 second.
This is criminal. This is criminal.
I'm coming to...
It cannot go on. You stop it.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Mishra, 1 minute. Going to Mr. Sohail Seth next. The question is this. I said some time back that I don't believe politicians.
Tell every politician, every legislator, criminal.
Mr. Danishali, 1 minute.
Mr. Mishra, now 1 minute.
Mr. Danishali, don't sound so upset. Don't sound so upset. Don't accuse us of moralizing. Last year we exposed a bunch of MLAs. At that time, all these politicians, all political parties, including Mr. Chandrasekhar's party, came on Times Now and said, never again. Never again will be. And people like Mr. Chandrasekhar said, we must evolve the rules. We must set the guidelines. We must have a proper mechanism that people don't misuse. You know, Mr. Chandrasekhar, what you're saying has all been said before.
Provision, then that should be withdrawn.
That is correct.
No,
This is what 1 minute. I think,
Sohail Seth's point next. Sohail Seth. Sohail Seth, please. Sohail Seth, please.
There's a deeper...
Let all the MLAs.
There's a in the legislature.
Only Sohail Seth's audio.
Okay, I will just keep quiet for a minute. There's a deeper malaise that afflicts the Indian political class today, and sadly they didn't learn the December 4 lesson. The malaise is brazenness coupled with arrogance, coupled with intellectual innocence. You know, these people are saying it shouldn't be called a study tour. So they have no moral issues with going as freeloaders to visit the animal kingdom, Why the hell don't they go to Bangalore Zoo?
No, Mr.
If they're so
Chandrasekhar,
fond
why
of
are you
monkeys
leaving?
and alligators,
No,
Mr.
why do they go to
Chandrasekhar,
Bangalore
why
Zoo?
are you leaving? You've not answered my question.
I have been politically extremely incorrect, but I've gone out on a limb and I've said that what is happening is shameful, it should not happen, and if there is any provision, as has been claimed, for such tours, first that should be stopped. If MLAs and MPs want to learn, then why can't they attend conferences? There are many ways that people can find to go abroad if they really are interested in learning.
Miss Kumaramangalam,
I'm not going to get lampooned by people across the political spectrum.
Miss Kumaramangalam,
Generally, this is what I
Miss
think.
Kumaramangalam, you know, this is what many politicians
Yes or
do.
no?
One second, what you are doing is what many politicians do. They say, oh, you know, we should change the rules. Let me tell you, according to, if you just pay attention for a minute, 2005 guidelines set up by the Lok Sabha Speaker regarding tools by parliamentary committees, which is a good model to follow at the assembly level. A study tour should be undertaken for the absolutely minimum period, ordinarily not exceeding 5 working days. It should be undertaken and official evidence on the subject should be taken by the committee before and after the trip. There are rules.
Absolutely.
But you know what?
Absolutely.
You know what,
Yes.
Miss Kumaramangalam?
Unfortunately, not as a
Politicians think
So
rules,
are they following the guidelines?
politicians think rules never apply to them. Mohandas Pai, do you agree? Do you think this is what it proves, Mohandas Pai, that politicians think these rules will never apply to them? Yes.
Totally agree with you.
So
Unfortunately, many politicians
Absolutely,
seem
Arnab.
to,
They
and
think
that
the
is
rules
not
apply to
correct.
everybody else but them.
Yes.
And Arnab, last year we had the Congress and everybody condemning the BJP. The Congress is doing something that the BJP that they condemn the BJP themselves. This is a very big shame, Arnab. You exposed them on TV last year, the Argentina trip and everything else.
I remember.
And they're making a mockery of the taxpayer, mockery of the citizens, mockery of everything else. You expose it yourself.
They mock us.
no, they should give an undertaking, Arnab.
It is so sad.
They should give
It
an
is so
undertaking
sad that at this stage
that
of our
when they
political
come back,
life,
One
we're
at a time,
discussing
sorry.
these kind of people. It is so sad that we're
No,
discussing
Arnab,
such debasement in our
Arnab, they
political
should
life.
give an undertaking.
Remind them of December 4 election.
They must.
I just said that.
You know what, before I take the next caller, I'm giving one more chance to Mr. Shiva Shankar. Mr. Shiva Shankar, do you think immediately you should say today that what you did was a mistake? Would you like to just apologize to the people of Karnataka, to the people of the country for, you know, taking part in this,
The voters of Karnataka.
for the voters of Karnataka, for the suffering farmers and the drought-hit people of Karnataka, for trying to be part of this
they will never do it again.
Amazon Delight experience? Would
And
you-
to the monkeys in Bangalore Zoo for neglecting them and going to Argentina.
Arnav,
1 minute, yes.
Arnav,
Would you like
I
to?
just want to say, see, this was in a state of planning. We have not
I knew you'd say
actually decided
Callers,
to go
please.
on the trip.
Callers, you are not
Meanwhile-
apologizing. I gave you an
Meanwhile-
opportunity, Mr. Shiva Shankar. You are justifying
Yeah.
yourself. And the first caller is from Vizag tonight. And the first caller is Mr. Rao.
No.
Mr. Rao, good evening. Arnab here. Can you hear me? Mr. Rao is a retired bank officer from Vizag. Are you there on the line? Just reduce the volume of your television set, otherwise you won't hear me and I won't hear you. Mr. Rao,
Hello.
go ahead.
Hello, Arnab, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
I am very delighted to see this program. I always watch your program and you have made a lot of efforts to bring this type of things many a time.
Thank you, sir.
But unfortunately, our politicians don't have any shame or shy for doing the
Correct.
things repeatedly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Okay. See, for instance, these guys, they are elected for 5 years. Have they visited their own constituency? At least once. They have seen how their people are suffering. They go for somewhere in Latin America to samba dance.
Oh, yes.
Another thing, we have ICRISAT, we have IARI, Pantnagar. How many MLAs have gone to see what is the research is happening in IARI, Pantnagar,
Mr. Rao,
IARI, New Delhi?
Mr. Rao, can I ask you something? Can I ask
Yes.
you something? There is.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, you are welcome.
Can I ask you something? Because I feel cheated, Mr. Rao, and I feel very cheated when I say these people are trying to do this. Do you feel cheated?
I'm absolutely cheated. Not only that, I'm telling you, even this is not, I just want to make a point if you allow me. Look, this is whether it is Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh, the same thing. Whether it is BJP or Congress, their syllabus is same, their uniforms are different. Syllabus is same, their state of mind is same. They may wear a different uniform, they take a different step.
Yeah,
Even
absolutely.
one of your panelists don't have the patience to talk to us on the panel when the criticism occurs. Just
No, we don't. We walked away, the Congress representative. I think it was terrible of Mr. Chandrasekhar to walk away. He should have had the courtesy to listen to you. Mr. Rao, thank you very much. I appreciate your sentiments. I'm going to take one more caller. And listen to this, Mr. Shivashankar. Listen to this, Mr. Danish Ali. Right? Ms. Kumaramangalam, listen to these people. Our next caller is from Mangalore, and it's Mr. Rajesh. Mr. Rajesh, good evening. This is Arnab here. Do you have a specific question to someone or an observation to make?
Yeah, Hello?
Go ahead, Rajesh.
Yeah, I'm Rajesh from Mangalore, sir.
Yeah.
In Karnataka, you may be aware that since 2002, Supreme Court has banned setting up of wood-based industries, which are the main reason for missing trees from the woods. Now, what our MLAs are going to do regarding justifying their foreign tour once the whole forests of Karnataka are vanished?
It's a good point. There are no forests in Karnataka. The state is under drought. And what are you going to do? Hear them. You know, they're all, each one of our, Rajesh, a businessman from Bangalore, has exposed everyone. Mr. Michael Fernandez, is there anyone from your party who's part of this junket?
Well, I'm not sure because I'm not sure about the party's present status and so on. But may I make one point?
Yeah.
And that is that when modern technology enables you to sit in a corner of your room, make use of the internet and all that, and study the entire whatever is going on in the whole world, to spend this kind of money and their time to go there and then call it as a study tour is not on.
Absolutely not on. One more caller.
They should reorient themselves.
Well, I am also putting one question here tonight, and I think Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi should not be silent on this issue. Rahul Gandhi has been very silent on Adarsh, and therefore people are saying he's been exposed on his high moral stand position on corruption. He should not. Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi should not be silent on this issue. They should take disciplinary action against these MLAs.
They must take a position.
They must, but they don't very often. When it comes to hurting people who can get them votes, they don't. And I'm putting a challenge tonight. Can either of them act against these MLAs? That's open challenge tonight. People are watching. Last caller.
This might be
from Bangalore, Mr. Joshi. Mr. Joshi, good evening. You are from the capital of Karnataka.
Yes, sir.
And you're a retired government officer from Bangalore. What would you say to the politicians on the panel?
These politicians should be disqualified from their seat immediately.
Disqualified, yeah. Okay, Mr. Shivashankar, Mr. Joshi, Mr. Ramesh from Bangalore feels you should be disqualified immediately. Would you like to say something to him? One second. Ramesh, stay on the line.
Absolutely.
No comment. No.
No comments? What do you mean no comments?
Arnab.
What should I say? If I have done any wrong, I would accept it. I say it is in a state of just planning. We have not fixed up the date, or we have not planned to leave.
Okay, last. One second. Don't try to make these plans again. Cancel your plans by tomorrow morning.
I don't know.
Cancel your plans by tomorrow morning, Mr. Shiv.
1 minute. Arnab, there's a deeper point. If Mr. Shiv Kumar is planning a junket, it's as good as a murderer planning the murder but not yet having done it. Isn't he at fault? So let's stop this nonsense. We're not a bunch of dolts sitting in a television studio. Mr. Shiv Kumar,
the politician.
Arnab, last word.
Mr. Shiv Kumar, look at yourself in the mirror. You are a hopeless reflection of a political class gone completely wrong. This country has changed. You should change. Either stay in politics and be clean, or get out of our way and let this country return.
Oh yes, well said tonight. So Bejan Mishra is also coming in at this stage. Bejan, we have 1.5 minutes left.
Last word.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last word. All the money which they would spend in such, if all the money they spend, please keep quiet. All the money they will spend on such study tours, if they come back and they don't implement those lessons in 1 year's time, what they have learned in their own constituency or in their state, then the government is liable to recover every
Ms.
paisa
Kumaramangalam is
on such
responding.
study tours.
Ms. Kumaramangalam.
And that is the undertaking.
Ms. Kumaramangalam.
And that is the undertaking they have to give.
No, there is no.
All
You can't give an undertaking that you're going to teach samba dancing and alligator hunting.
I'm
Ms. Kumaramangalam.
saying this. I'm not trying
All
to
the
shift
political
fault or
parties
anything
have
of
to
the
take a
sort.
position on
Please
this.
understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, political parties should take a position on it, and even the planning of this trip is absolutely ridiculous. I agree that it's shameful. In today's day and age, we don't need to go abroad to learn anything. If politicians are so keen to go abroad, they should spend their own money. I quite agree.
Well, you know, they were part of the conspiracy.
I don't know if it is.
They were part of the conspiracy.
But
they were part of the.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Why don't you make it liable?
It is true that what is happening or has happened in the past is absolutely wrong. If possible, if you can make them liable, make them liable.
It's not. No, 1 second. As I it's what has happened.
Okay.
What is?
But
what is happening?
But we should also allow those politicians who are actually doing some work.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking. No. Of course. Who's? You know, one thing. Miss Kumaramangalam. Miss Kumaramangalam. Miss Kumaram, I never generalize. All I'm saying is Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and Mr. Narendra Modi. Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Narendra Modi, Mr. Rajnath Singh, here's a great golden opportunity for you. Prove that you can do New Age. No. 1 second. Rahul Gandhi, Narendra Modi and Rajnath Singh, for everyone, just being on social media does not mean you're New Age. You can be New Age if you take disciplinary action against these shameless MLAs who were part of this conspiracy. We are going to watch the story and follow it. I thank everyone for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.